cable, which I believe was for the monitor. Right. I'll feed those through. Right. And again, yep, was the monitor cable. Again, apologies. I can't see what's going on here. Methinks I need a better work desk. Right. That's right, I remember now, this was a bitch to put back in. Uncoil it. Right. Next, the monitor. Standard procedure with your monitor. 2 screws either side. So I should take that off and that'll make my job easier. In fact, it won't just make it easier, it'll make it a hell of a lot easier. And that is your laptop monitor off. So if you just disassemble it to the monitor unit, in reality all you need to do is undo the 2 screws from the back of the hinge, which would fit there, remove the top panel, take your bottom cover off, undo the 2 cables, take the keyboard out, feed them through, replace with your new one. But as I don't need to be at that, I won't be going through that. Right, the next part should be, if I undo the other 3 screws, this should then pop off nice and happily. Just checking, just to make sure, because it's, I only stripped this down when I first got it, so I don't want to pull anything. Remember to remove the expansion bay card, put the arm back in. And I think it's just one of the screw right there. It's under a rubber cover. So it's almost immediately along on the right hand side from where the feed cable is, about 2 centimeters from the screw, top screw. Make sure you undo that or you're going to have a very bad time. you're going to ruin your case. So now it should come away like fresh creamery English butter. Unless, of course, the cooling fan's holding it in, which I can't remember. So for argument's sake, I shall remove the fan, which has 2 screws and 4 on the heatsink. This can be seen fairly fresh and clean. I always do give my laptops a good blowout every other week. Yep. So actually you only need to take the fan off, not the heatsink. And the whole thing will come apart only about an inch. To which you need to then make sure you undo this cable here. Again, apologies. Crap camera and all. Make sure you undo it. Both of them. They're just hidden under this falling black. Because I believe they're for your speakers. And now it's free. For those wanting to know, you have your lid catch here above the screw that's covered, which is actually the cable for that. And this right cable is your microphone. As we don't need that again. The inside of an Esprimo Mobile 5535. You have one screw holding it in, and that looks about it. Speaker cable joint does both, so I'll undo that now because I need the board out. Expansion cable for the USB, I need that out. Nothing else on top, nothing else on bottom. Tucked in there is a standard lithium CMOS battery. So let's undo it. Right, just checking. It's kind of snagged in this corner, which leaves me to question myself a sec whether she's just stuck. Don't know. Yes, no, maybe. There we go. It just needs gentle coaxing, and I've left the cable on, which is connected to the modem that I don't have. So gentle coaxing and it'll come out. And this is what I need to repair. But I don't know if I can repair it. The empty chassis. And for the completest, let's remove the heatsink. I always work opposites on laptops to release pressure, rather than just doing one side and one. And before I release the final two, I'll release only a little pressure and then the other half. That's purely just me, you don't have to do it, and these screws can pretty much go in any order because they're on better groundings than the other, in my opinion. A nice firm lift. Freeze the heatsink. Unscrew. Screw out, or whatever you want to call it. And you can change the processor. So that's the strip down. If this helps someone, I'm glad I did. An addition, really. If you want to know essentially what it looks like once I've got all my parts out, here we are. Apologies for light and blurriness. Maybe that might help, that might not. My order of screws. To which, amazingly, I do know where they came from, only when I put them back. It's like a felt covering on the bottom. In fact, I actually had to rip it off because it's put into the keyboard. However badly you could see that. So, who knows if I'll get it soldered and repaired. Hopefully I do.